Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm here to talk about the deluxe edition box of Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie that's just come out. I've had a chance to go through all the contents, both the audio and the video, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I think of the whole thing. Okay, well, first of all, the packaging's beautiful. All the stuff inside is beautiful, all the paraphernalia you get, all the goodies, and that's a really satisfying part of this release. And you can watch the video that I did just when I unboxed it if you want to see all that stuff. Here I'm just talking about the video and audio content, okay? And I'm going to be following the list just to help me out here a little bit. Okay, we've got 7 discs in this collection, and that means we have 2 of them are DVDs, 5 of them are CDs. And first thing we're going to talk about is the remastered album itself of Flaming Pie. The album itself is really, really great sound quality, but it's one of those albums that I didn't really know if it had to be remastered because I always thought the original sounded terrific from 1997. So I didn't do a side-by-side comparison. All I can tell you is that the brand new remastered album on CD sounds really terrific and bright and uplifting and strong. I like the sound of it very much, but I always like the sound, as I say. So I don't know how much improved it is, but it's good. All right, that's the first CD. The second CD is a CD called Home Recordings. And this is the part where I felt underwhelmed. Now, I like rarities. I like hearing rare stuff. I'm interested in work that is in progress. You hear how songs get thought of, how they get discovered and kind of like worked on step by step, and they get flushed out. So I guess in that regard, historically, it's interesting. The home recordings have stuff for most of the songs on the album. You have the song we were singing, "The World Tonight," "If You Wanna," "Some Days," "Young Boy," "Calico Skies," "Flaming Pie," "Souvenir," "Little Willow," "Beautiful Night," and "Great Day." And the home recordings are all listed as such, except for "Beautiful Night," which says 1995 demo. I would say out of these 11 tracks, "Beautiful Night," the demo, is probably the most enjoyable one for me personally. But for the most part, this was, again, just something to listen to, maybe to get a feel of like what was going through Paul's mind and how he decided to put these things down in order to get his ideas. But as much as I enjoy unreleased stuff, this particular disc really bored me. And I actually, sorry to say, but to be honest, found myself wanting to skip from track to track. I did not do that. I listened to the whole thing. But I was like, oh, come on, let's get on with it. And that's not a good thing. You don't want to feel like that. For me, the home recordings is something I'd listen to maybe once. I can't imagine me ever putting this disc on again. I won't say that's the truth for any release that's ever been put out by Paul or the other Beatles or another artist. It just happens to be this one. A lot of people say that. A lot of the extras they don't care about. They listen to them once, maybe twice, and they're filed away. That's the case with the home recordings. Just really found them to be, underdeveloped, kind of dull. Didn't whet my appetite at all. That's CD number 2. CD number 3 is called "In the Studio," and that was a fun disc. That has some songs on it: acoustic versions of "Great Day," acoustic of "Calico Skies," a demo of "If You Wanna," a run through of "Beautiful Night," rough mix of the song we were singing, rough mix of "The World Tonight," rough mix of "Little Willow," a rude cassette version of "Heaven on a Sunday," and then you have some different songs on here. A rough mix of "Come On Down," "Come On Baby," which I really liked. Don't know if it was a rough mix or just a standard version, but "Come On Down, Come On Baby" I enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. And then we also had on here a song called "Whole Life," which is said to be a rough mix. That song, "Whole Life," WHOLE, "Whole Life," I really liked that. That was kind of a revelation for me. I hadn't heard that before, I don't think, and I enjoyed that. It was actually one of my favorite things on this entire collection. So Whole Life was an eye-opener, and as I say, I did enjoy Come On Down, Come On Baby. Um, so that was in CD3 in the studio. It's fun listening to all the other versions. The other versions of all the songs I mentioned are more developed, a little more fleshed out, a little more interesting, in the sense that they're not just science projects. They're not just something historically interesting. They're stuff you can maybe listen to again. That's a disc that perhaps I could pop on from time to time. Okay, the next one is CD number 4, and it's called Flaming Pies, plural. Flaming Pies, kind of a mixed bag. The first song was called The Ballad of the Skeletons, which I'd never heard before. And I believe it was Allen Ginsberg doing the vocal along with Paul's participation and such. But it's not Paul doing the speaking parts. It's Allen Ginsberg, really. And I hated that, folks. I got to tell you, Ballad of the Skeletons, my first listen, really disliked everything about it. Couldn't wait for it to end. Didn't like anything really about it. It wasn't for me. And I'm kind of glad in a way that I didn't buy the big, gigantic, complete set or whatever it's called that costs $600 or thereabouts, because one of the only few extras that they give you is another version, I think, of the Ballad of the Skeletons on that. I think maybe a vinyl copy. Who needs it? I mean, I don't even consider it a Paul song, really. So I was not thrilled with that. Second track on CD4 is called Looking for You, with Paul and Ringo together. Not great, but good. Good. I enjoyed it. Kind of strong, rock sound to it. I really enjoyed Looking for You. I like that part of it the best when they say those words, looking for you, Paul does. Number 3 is a track called Broomstick, which I don't think I'd heard before either. Broomstick, another good bonus cut. I think that Broomstick is one of those tracks that there's an exclusive instrumental version of it. This one has vocals, but there's an instrumental version that's exclusive to download only. And again, I really hate that Paul does that, but luckily I'm satisfied with the vocal version here of Broomstick. I don't really need the instrumental. I can live without it. One thing I can't live without is the absence here of a track called Some Days, which is on the album, and it was a version kind of bare naked before orchestration was put on it. I heard that on social media, and I really like that version of Some Days, and it's not on this set. It's another one. Instrumental of Broomstick, and also Some Days without the orchestration. You have to download it. Really annoying. But getting back to the disc, Love Come Tumbling Down. I enjoyed that. That's also on CD4. A song called Same Love, which is pretty good. I'd say it's not a favorite. I like the other songs on CD4 better. Same Love will take a little more getting used to, but it's decent. But I wasn't like knocked out. And then tracks 6 to 11 are the show that Paul did. Ubu Jubu. Ubu Jubu parts 1 to 6. And I have a confession to make. I think I said at the beginning I heard the whole set. No, I was not able to finish Ubu Jubu parts 1 to 6. I got through about maybe 7 minutes of it or so. I really wasn't thrilled with it, and then I had to go. I'm realizing now I didn't finish it. So I don't know about Ubu Jubu, but what I heard, the first 5 minutes or so didn't exactly grab me. But I hear there's a lot more of it. A lot more. It goes on a lot longer. And I guess I'll have to get back to you on that. Okay, next CD, the final CD, is a CD called Flaming Pie at the Mill. And it's one of those things, again, that I'll never probably listen to again. I'll never pull it out. You get all these discs, you put them into the box, and then you got to pull the box down, take the disc out. I can't see me ever fishing for this CD to hear it again. It basically has Paul providing a tour of the studio, talking about all the instruments that he works on, and even instruments that were used on Strawberry Fields Forever back in the Beatles days, and the song Because from the Beatles days. Very interesting, but I seem to remember some of this on video. I seem to remember watching somewhere visually where Paul does this, and I think that's what this audio is taken from. Personally, I think I would have liked this disc Flaming Pie at the Mill if it had been actually a video presentation instead of an audio. You know, Paul says, look at this, you can see this, you see this here, and all this stuff. It's like, I want to see it, you know what I mean? It didn't work as well as an audio tour. I'd rather see a visual tour with the audio. So, you know, it was interesting. There's some interesting bits on there. One thing that popped out in my mind again was Paul going more in depth about who really thought up the name Beatles. Was it John alone, or was it John and Stuart Sutcliffe together, which is the belief. You know, that was an interesting bit. But I've seen this somewhere before, I think. I know I saw the Strawberry Fields Forever part before somewhere. Anyway, so, you know, one-shot deal. Maybe once every few years I'll pull that out and listen to it again. But, you know, I need the visual. Now we go to the 2 DVDs. One of the DVDs, the first one I'll talk about, is called In the World Tonight. What it is a copy of this standalone release that came out a long time ago, In the World Tonight. And I really highly recommend this. This is the first DVD that came out by Rhino Home Video. It's a really good show. Talks about, you know, Paul working in the studio and when he's working on Flaming Pie. And as it says here, relaxed, revealing, rocking, and real, this candid view puts you in his world tonight. A very good documentary, well worth watching. Now, I did not watch the new version on the box, so I can't tell if the visual quality and audio is improved, if it looks much better. I don't know. It's just a DVD. I'm thinking it's the same. I'm just guessing it's the same. But I'm sure it's good either way, whether you watch this one or that one. It's a good to have it as part of the box, even though I already had it as a standalone. Finally, I'll talk about the last DVD, which is called Bonus Film. And the bonus film has a lot of good stuff on here. You have, to begin with, Beautiful Night, the song, you know, a video for that, and then a little feature, Making of Beautiful Night, which is interesting, and you see Ringo helping Paul out, because he drums on that. Then you got videos for Little Willow, a beautiful song, and you have 2 videos for The World Tonight. One of them by Alistair Donald directing, the other one by Jeff Wanfor. And then you have also 2 videos for Young Boy by the same directors. And, you know, those are good videos. They're very good. I've seen them, you know, before I got the set. Flaming Pie press kits. You got a couple of 3 versions here, I think. Let's see, Flaming Pie Press Kit 1, Flaming Pie Press Kit 2, In the World Tonight Press Kit. So there are 3 of them. You know, very interesting, fun, revealing. They're not too long. They're kind of short. You get to see Paul and hear him talk. But because they're press kits, if you watch them all together, back to back, which I kind of did, it seems like you're watching the same thing repeated a few times, because some segments are longer than others, depending on which one you're watching. You might be a shorter version on this one and a longer spoken version on that one, and so on. But that's nice to have. Then you have something here called TFI Friday Performances, and it's been a while now. So I watched the first thing I watched was this DVD disc bonus film when I got the set. So it's been a while since I watched, but I remember he does a couple of the new songs from Flaming Pie on there. I don't know how long the TFI Friday performances originally were. I don't know if we're getting the complete stuff. People let me know. Are we getting the complete performances from Paul? They're very enjoyable, very entertaining, and good to have. But I don't know if they're complete, or they're just, is that the way they were shown, or is this just a abbreviated version? Finally, I'll talk about something I'm not happy with, in a way. It's the final thing on the bonus film DVD, too. It's the David Frost interview with Paul from 1997. Now, in my collection back there somewhere, have the David Frost interview from 97 with Paul. It's been a while since I watched it. I remember when I watched it, I thought it was an exceptional interview. Some interviews are better than others. This was an exceptional one. The only thing I was very disappointed to see was it was just a small cut down version of it. I don't know how long it runs on the new box. It's just a segment of the interview. It's not the full interview. Paul only talks here for, I don't know if it's more than 5 minutes, 5, 6, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. I don't know if it's 10 minutes, whatever it is. It's shorter than the full version. You don't get the full David Frost interview. And that is very, very disheartening and very disappointing because, like I say, it wasn't an outstanding interview. It was pretty good. But I got to say, even the little bit that you get here is very compelling. So even though it may be a shortened version, what they're giving you on the box set is indeed a interesting little segment. So why can't they give you the whole thing, you know? Now, you could sit here and hem and haw forever or what's not on here. You know, there was an Oprah Winfrey interview that was pretty good from 97. There was a town hall meeting on VH1 with John Fugelsang, which was fantastic from 97. But we don't even know if Paul has the rights to put these out. You know, you can't have everything that ever was released, you know, in conjunction with the Flaming Pie or any other release when it comes out. But we can always have desires, wants, things we would have liked to have seen. So overall, I'm generally happy with this. I have mixed feelings like you do with all of them, I suppose. So if I was going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8. I think this is a good 8-point release. And one thing, if you didn't tune out by now, I should have said, you know, there's a 2 CD set. I have it in my car. Unfortunately, it's not here. There's a two CD set, and the first CD is obviously the Remastered Album, which is great, and the second disc has other stuff on it. It's the home recordings, but not just the home recordings, and also some of the other better versions of the more fleshed out songs that I mentioned, which I had talked about here on the In the Studio CD3 from this. So in this particular case, if you're talking about audio wise, you might actually be doing all right here, getting the 2 CD set, unless you're a real completist. Thanks for watching, everybody. And finally, there's going to be a show, if you're still watching, my show Talk More Talk that I do with my co-hosts is going to be on this Monday night on Facebook. Okay, so you might want to catch that. We're going to be talking about this set, the Deluxe Flaming Pie. So maybe see you there.